Real ID. Real ID. Now keep in mind this Mark of the Beast thing is on everything, all right? But those numbers you see in front of you, I screenshot the calculations. The 1 through, I think, 17 isn't showing up there, but they are in there. So once you get to 36 in the reality of numbers, this is what this is what they don't tell you, this is what people don't understand. 36 is 666. Why is that important with the real ID? REAL adds up to 36. So yes, it's 666 ID. Plain and simple. Now, it's a little worse than that. I try to point this out as often as I can. When you hear a word and you think that you know what's going on, you have to keep in mind real, as pronounced, can be REAL. It's also a reel like on a fishing pole. In this case, that's exactly what this is. They're reeling you in. Okay? Someone else is fishers of men, okay? Christ is not the only one fishing for men. If you think this is a coincidence, you need to sit down and recalibrate a lot of things. It's also a reel like on a film, okay? These spells are 6 directions every time. North, east, west, and south. NEWS, that's your news, front and back. For the 6-sided box that is literally there in the spirit realm, okay? And soon to be physical realm. They will put people in boxes. Do you know how many sides a coffin has? The standard one that they've always made. Do you know how deep they put people in the ground? Okay. So, real ID. I mean, it's very obvious, okay? And this is also why your mortal wound was already healed, okay? I've made this video before, but this has been done so many times here, okay? The 35th president was Kennedy, who got a fake shot, okay, to the head, mortal wound. It was instantly healed. You have to understand that nothing you read in the Bible is topical. You're not going to get the root meaning and what's really going on here if you don't do this. How was it instantly healed? Because that president, the 35th president, held the name and title of president. He was instantly replaced by the number 36, which I just showed you. 36 is 666. The mortal wound was healed instantly, and the world marveled. Whether they knew it or not, they marveled. They absolutely did. Now, will there be another instance like this? Yes. The 47 president, if you add up the number of terms each president has had up until number 47, it's also 666. So yes, the same thing's going to happen, and they're going to marvel again. This time, in my opinion, it will be allegedly healed through a brain chip from Elon scum into the orange baboon. Quite possible. That's a very likely play out here. Same thing happened with Lincoln, okay? These mortal wounds. And these people have never left the scenes. There were never any of these people taken off the scene in real life. Anytime there has been any kind of head wound, it's always healed and the world marvels. It doesn't matter if it's a king, queen, or a president. This reality of numbers that they have never shown anyone, they don't tell us this in school. is a fact. If you drive 3 miles somewhere, you went 1 mile and then 2. So that exists already. Whether we want to admit it or not, it has to be there before you can have the 3. So a 3 is actually 1, 2, and 3, making the number 1, 2, 3, which is a 6. This is why the catchphrase that you have all heard, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. And yes, that's why they hold up what people are looking at as the 666 sign on the hand. Don't fall for that, okay? Everything that they push means that's not what's really going on. The 3 fingers in the air with the OK sign or the 666 sign is the real importance. The index and thumb together just represent the all-seeing eye, one eye that they can see from either side, okay? But as far as the real ID, yes, people are being reeled in, okay? It's actually done this way. I know it may sound a little out there, but we are in the last days, and black magic spells and witchcraft and all this stuff are real. Exactly what I just said right there. It is real, okay? That's why you have Israel lights, okay? You got to be careful with this stuff. We are real lights, okay? But the play on words is so important to pay attention to because it's been done to humanity for thousands and thousands of years. When you pronounce that, it could be a reel of film. It could be something is real, or you're reeling in something with your fishing pole. All different spells, but different meanings. It's what comes out of our mouths that defile us. I cannot recall the scripture right this moment, but the word says, even if we don't know that we have spoken something, we still pay for that. Okay? It's what comes out of our mouths that defiles us. It's really important to understand that the number thing is a real deal here. When they say they're doing a number on you, you better believe it. Literally, they're doing a number on humanity. Anyone that does not understand this. Now, the problem with 666 is they put it on everything and it's everywhere, okay? But this real ID thing, people don't grasp that, how I just told you, but there is no wisdom in finding 666 on things. It's everywhere. That's why they put it on everything, on rock albums and whatever, okay? It's on everything, has been forever, everywhere, for a long time. Because they need to take you off the track continually. They don't want you looking at numbers because that explains what they're doing. The average follower of Christ is afraid to even look at numbers. But yet they do not remember that you are to expose evil at all times. So you better know what you're doing, okay? Be as wise as serpents, but as gentle as doves. The numbers are going to get people. Plain and simple. They're going to reel them in with things like real ID. And even worse, I mean, these things are right in my face because I've been looking at these things for so many years, but when the real deception comes along, now the real ID is a pretty good deception on their part. But the 6, 6, and 6, let me go back to that. Let he who has wisdom count the number of the beast. It's 666. There's no wisdom in that if they already told you what it was. So obviously it's not just that, okay? Count the number of the beast. I said number, not numbers. And that's what the scripture says. Count the number of the beast, not numbers. So what number is in 666? Then you can start digging. Then you can see where these things are really at. Don't let them lead you away on the wrong path. Not these days, okay? If they're pushing something, forget it. The humanism thing where they want to merge with machine, baloney. Ain't none of that really on the table. None of it. None of that is on the table. Not how you're being told. They don't want, but maybe around 10% of the population left after they wipe it out. Okay? They really don't. That's where that's at. I don't even know if it's 10%. It's probably more like 5. And, you know, this is just the tip of the iceberg right here. It's 1,000 times worse than what I'm even mentioning here. There's nothing that hasn't been tainted. At some point in time, soon, you have to know when to come out of her, okay? Her is the stage. You can't be inside the theater when they close the doors and lock them. The people inside the theater are done. Okay, they're in the box. The north, east, west, and south, front and back. And yes, that's why you have Facebook. It's not, F&B is not for Facebook. Or it would say Facebook. They go by F&B, that's front and back. To connect to the north, east, west, and south box that people are being put in every day, all day long. Stay sharp and dig deep into the Word. Remember, it's not topical. Excuse me. You're not going to get anything from the scriptures, no more than someone would that was just first opening the book. You have to dig deep. And the Lord warned us about that. He rebuked his own disciples about it. You have to dig deep. And then his disciples were always asking him, why do you talk to them like that? They'll never understand you. He said, it's not for them. It's only for those who have ears and eyes to see. And with that said, iron does sharpen iron. So please leave comments. And appreciate every one of you. And talk to you soon.